I'd avoid Leora if I were you. She's been rather testy lately. Senior Enchanter, Leora, over there.
You're not going to keep the first enchanter... You're not going to keep the first enchanter waiting, are you?
Hope you're having a good day.
Think again.
I hear Irving's very proud of you.
Greetings. I'm glad your harrowing went well. Some Templars I know discuss such things with glee. I don't share their enthusiasm. I try to serve the Maker first and foremost. As long as I am guided by his commandments, I cannot go wrong. Honestly, I've never seen an abomination, or been called on to slay one. As I said, I've never seen one, but when someone becomes an abomination, something must happen. But what if it's not obvious? Could abominations be walking among us right now? This is still new to me. Maybe one day I'll be as dedicated and driven as Knight Commander Gregor. You must be busy. Perhaps we can talk another time.
Ah, there you are. You are to be moved out of the apprentice's dormitory, and these are to be your new quarters. The Tranquil will move your belongings this afternoon. Go on, make yourself comfortable.
I heard that you completed the harrowing and
I should have been sent to help the King's army. I dislike being stuck here while something big is happening.
that's not likely. The Chantry would do something before it came to that.
Will they? They haven't done anything. I think someone's here to speak to you, Senior Torren.
Hello. Congratulations on your harrowing last night. Good work. Ah, the Fraternities of the Enchanters. You probably haven't heard of them. It's best not to get tangled up in circle politics. More trouble than it's worth, really. They're found in all circles throughout Thedas. Groups of enchanters who hold similar viewpoints, who band together to make their voices heard. The most influential fraternity are the Equitarians. They are moderates and believe in a code of conduct that all mages should adhere to. Then there are the Chantry apologists, the Loyalists. The Chantry says something and they follow it to the letter. The Lucrosians just want to make money, and the Isolationists would like us all to be hermits and live on an island. Then, of course, there are the Libertarians. They want more power for the Circle, more autonomy. Well, if I had to, I'd say I was an Equitarian, but I ducked out of the fray a long time ago. Most of the senior enchanters are Equitarians. Irving, Wynne, Sweeney. Ulrid's a Libertarian, and a loud one at that. Mages have enough opposition from the outside without tearing our circles apart with infighting. But what can you do? An idealist, I see. Well, if you're going to change the world, you should get started immediately. Lots of world to cover.
As you say.
Oh, hello. I don't believe we've met. Are you new to the Circle? I'm sorry. There are so many of you, and I get confused. Not to mention, these old eyes are starting to go. You're too kind. I'm old and about to fall apart. Nothing in the world can fix that. Not any magic I'd be caught doing. Anyway, did you need something? I'm not good at talking. Too much chatter makes my head throb. Don't you have lessons to get to? Shoo! Ah, it's you again. Or at least I think it is. You all look the same to me. I'm not good at talking. Too much chatter makes my head throb. Don't you have lessons to get to? Shoo! Ah, it's you again. Or at least I think it is. You all look the same to me.
You look well. That's wonderful.
Blessed art thou who exists in the sight of the Maker. Blessed... Oh, hello. I'm reciting. Wonderful. I'll start over. Blessed art thou who exists in the sight of the Maker. Perhaps I should lead. Blessed is the prophetess sacrifice. I recite the Maker's blessings every day. It brings me peace in troubled times. It gives me hope that one day the Maker will that maybe I'll be forgiven and my curse will be lifted. Magic? What else? Magic causes such... Being born with something so terrible must be a... That takes the magic from me? It does, doesn't it? I had heard that, but life without magic is so tempting. I should go. My mentor only allows a few minutes each day for religion. Blessed art thou who exists in the sight of the Maker. Blessed... Oh, one... Blessed art thou who exists in the sight of the Maker. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition. So let it be. I recite the Maker's blessings every day. It brings... No, not really. It's just... I don't want to bore you with this. It gives me hope that maybe I'll be forgiven and my curse will be lifted. Magic? What else? Magic causes such misery. Being born with something so terrible must be a punishment. I wish I could be rid of it. That doesn't take magic. If I could, I would dedicate my life to... Blessed art thou who exists in the sight of the... Blessed... Oh, hello. What? Blessed art thou who exists in the... May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition. So... I recite the Maker's blessings every day. Oh, all right then. I should go. Blessed art thou who exists in the sight of the... Blessed... Oh, what? Blessed art thou who exists in the... I recite the Maker's blessings every day. It brings me peace. No, not really. It's just... I don't... It gives... That maybe I'll be forgiven and my curse will be lifted. Magic? What else? Magic cost. Being born with something so terrible must be a punishment. I wish I could be rid of it. That takes the magic from me? It does, doesn't it? Imagine. No fear of becoming an abomination. Not being reviled by common folk in Chantry. I should go. My mentor only allows a few minutes each day for religious contemplation. I heard about your harrowing. Congratulations. Andraste must have smiled upon you.
Nothing to see here.
Think again.
Welcome to the Circle stockroom of...
They say you passed your harrowing. You must be happy.
Still here?
I'm sorry, I'm terribly busy right now. I have to prepare the room before the Grey Warden is done at his meeting with Irving. They are an order of brave and noble sworn to give their lives to defeat the Darkspawn. You know, I almost became a Grey Warden once. Though the Grey Wardens only wanted one recruit, they only ever have one mage, you see. I think they thought I was the best candidate, but I was young and foolish, and I said I wasn't interested. Someone else instead, and that was that. I've regretted it ever since. Ah well, I should get back to my work. Good day.
Everyone's so happy for you.
I never thought you'd survive the harrowing. You got lucky, didn't you?
Did you see that Grey Warden? I hear he's trying to recruit a mage for his order. Ah, this is infuriating. Another batch destroyed. Say, have you seen Owain? Is he in the stockroom? Oh, excellent. He wasn't there.
Welcome to the Circle's stockroom of magical items. How may I assist you? The stockroom stores components used in magical and alchemical experiments. Do you require something? Very well.
Many gone to Ostagar. Wynne, Aldred, and most of the senior mages. We've committed enough of our own war effort.
Your own? Since when have you such kidges, Gregor? Or are you afraid to let the mages out from under Chantry supervision, where they can actually use their Maker-given powers?
How dare you suggest?
Gentlemen, please. Irving, someone is here to see you.
Ah, our new brother in the Circle. Come, child.
This is...
Yes, this is he.
Well, Irving, you're obviously busy. We will discuss this later.
Of course. Well, and where was I? Oh, yes, this is Duncan of the Grey Wardens.
Grey Wardens go wherever duty sends them.
You've heard about the war brewing to the south, I expect. Duncan is recruiting witches to join the King's army at Ostagar.
The Darkspawn threat grows in the south. We need all the help we can get.
Of course not. I wished to congratulate you on a successful end to last night's ordeal. The harrowing. Your phylactery was sent to Denerim. You are officially a mage within the Circle of Magi. You may not remember, but it was taken from you when you first came to us. This blood is preserved within a phylactery.
So they can be hunted if they date.
We have few choices. Magic is looked upon suspicion and fear. We must prove we are strong enough to handle our power responsibly. You have done this. I present you with a ring bearing proudly, for you have earned them. Patience, child. You have been through an ordeal. Let us not rush things. It goes without saying that we shall not discuss the harrowing with those who have not undergone light. Now then, take your time to rest, or study in the library. The day is yours. Yet, remember, the tower's walls protect us as much as they protect others from us.
I will return to my quarters.
Would you be so kind as to escort Duncan back to his room, child? The guest quarters are on the east side of this floor, close to the library. Now, if you'll both excuse me, I have matters to discuss with Gregor.
Impossible. No, I cannot.
The first enchanter said no one through this door, and I don't question my orders.
Don't dawdle.
For escorting me.
Is there something I can do for you? Once, in my youth, just after I joined the Grey Wardens, I was traveling with my mentor. We encountered a group of hunting a They were quite far away, so I cannot be sure of what I saw. He forced some of the Templars to turn on their fellows. It was dreadful to behold. He would have escaped had he not overlooked one Templar who snuck up and cleaved his head in two. There have been mages within the Grey Wardens who have needed to resort to blood magic to deal with the Darkspawn. It is something to claim. The mages whose connection to the Fade has been severed? Why do you ask? It keeps them and those around them safe. Perhaps the sacrifice is worthwhile. I cannot say. Ah, I imagine you don't leave very often, do you? I am not a good source of news, I fear, occupied with the Darkspawn incursion. When the king sent out the call, the Circle of Ferelden sent only 7 mages. I asked King Cailan to come and seek a greater commitment from the Circle. The king must remain with the army. Busy, after all. I don't know. Do you? Then perhaps I shall speak to Irving about this later. Darkspawn are a greater threat than blood mages, even abominations. It takes decades for the world to recover from a blight. I wish the Chantry could see that. We must stop at nothing to defeat Darkspawn. Listen. An old man's rantings can't be very interesting. Do not let me keep you. Is there something else I can do for you? When the king sent out the call, I asked King Cailan's permission to seek a greater commitment from the Circle. I hope to place a mage or 2 within every contingent. I cannot do with just 7. Mages will make all the difference in this battle. The Darkspawn have their own magic, and our resources must exceed theirs. Of course, mage. Mages heal, fire and ice down upon the enemy, and so much more. I sometimes wonder if the Chantry's many laws regarding magic are necessary. Darkspawn are a greater threat than blood mages, even abominations. It takes Chantry could see that. We must stop at nothing to defeat the Darkspawn. Listen. An old man's rantings. You are too kind. Certainly. I am intimately familiar with these subjects, after all. It is not my place to comment. Rhaegar serves the Chantry, and the relation Chantry and mages has always been strained. You've realized by now that the Chantry merely tolerates magic? They watch only because they feel they must. The Chantry believes that a mage should fear his power. It was the pride of mages, they say, that brought the Darkspawn in the first place. Any mages who join the King's army can unleash their full power on the Darkspawn. In fact, I'm counting on it. Rhaegar may be afraid of what will happen. What if the mages decide they no longer want to be governed by the Chantry? I believe we defeat the Darkspawn, one way or another. There. A horde has formed within the Korcari wilds in the south. If they are not stopped, they will strike north into the valley. We Grey Wardens believe that an archdemon is leading the horde. Darkspawn do attack the surface in ragtag bands, but archdemons are capable of Darkspawn, turning them into an unstoppable force. A horde of Darkspawn, a veritable army. It is dire news indeed. I fear this is what we will have to face. We can't seem to eradicate them completely. Somehow they always come back. They usually move around in small groups, but there are always more of them, lurking underground, biding their time. Yes, perhaps it will be enough if we play our cards right. Yes, we can hope. Pray. Is there something else I can do for you? Mages whose connection to the Fade has been severed? Why do you... So I've heard. It keeps them and those around them safe. Perhaps the sacrifice is worthwhile. I cannot say. Certainly. I am intimately familiar with subjects after all. Our duty is to battle Darkspawn wherever they appear. We are elves, humans, and dwarves united by this common purpose. It has formed within the Korcari wilds in the south. If they are not stopped, they will strike north into the valley. We Grey Wardens believe that an archdemon is horde. Darkspawn do attack the surface in ragtag bands. A horde of Darkspawn, a veritable army. Yes, perhaps it will be enough. They usually move around all groups. We can't seem to eradicate them. Is there something else for you? When the king... I asked King Kaelin's permission to come and seek a greater commitment from the Circle. I hope to place a mage or two in every contingent. Mages will make all the difference in this battle. Of course. Listen to me. An old man's ranting. Is there something else I can do for you?
I'm glad I caught up to you. Are you done with Irving? I need to talk to you. Do you remember what we discussed this morning? I want to make sure we're not overheard. We should go somewhere else. I'm talking. I've been troubled. I'll explain. Me, please.
We can see the door from here. If it comes, we'll change the subject.
A few months ago that I had a girl. This is me. I'm afraid to tell anyone. Lily was becoming a chantry priest. She's taken vows. Lily's been given chantry. She's not allowed to have men. If any... Thank you. I knew you'd stand by me. There is something else. Remember I said that they wanted to give me my harrowing? I know why. They're going to make me tranquil. Take everything that I am from me. My dreams, hopes, fears. They're gone. I'm scared to destroy it. They can't. We need your help. Lily and I can't do this on our own.
Give us your word that you will help, and we will tell you. I suppose that's... But please, give us your answers out.
That leads to the circle rooms. There are caves running through us, but... no, I can't let in there just now. I would be safe. Yes, I'm in the midst of... I'll let anyone in there mess things up, yes. Because I will tell you the truth. In the caves. I don't know how they got in. My fault. Enchanter less than a fortnight. I don't want anyone out. They'll but I'm too busy with duty. Been able to. If you cleared them out, owe you a favor. Really have nothing for you. There are things in the storerooms, of course, but I'm not at liberty to just give them away. Well, I'm not going anywhere, and I doubt the spiders are either, though they might be breeding.
I hope you are well.
I trust you saw Duncan back to his quarters? I'm glad you met him. He's a most honorable man. Grey Wardens are peerless warriors who sacrifice all for our sakes. We can learn much from them. Now, did you need something? I've removed them from the library. I was advised it might be unwise to leave them where any apprentice may read them. They will be put away somewhere very safe. Now, is there anything else? When he is ready. And how does he know this? I suppose the young initiate he dallies about with revealed it to him. You think I didn't know? I did not become first enchanter by keeping my eyes and ears shut. Lily should know better than to tell Jowan, though it is difficult to fault her actions. The Templars and priests should have been more discreet around her. But there is no point in assigning blame. Jowan knows, and nothing can be done about that. Gregor says he has proof and eyewitness testimony that Jowan has been practicing blood magic. I cannot say more. Were it left to me, things might be different. But the Chantry... I'm sorry, child. This rite of tranquility will happen. Let us not speak ill of my colleague. Our colleague. You know little of this, and I ask you to hold your tongue. Perhaps one day you will see it from my side. You have returned. Does something require my attention? And how does he know this? I suppose you think I didn't know? I did not become first enchanter by keeping my eyes and ears shut. I am afraid it is. Gregor says he has proof. I'm sorry, child. This right of... Oh, interesting. What more do you know? And I suppose his lady friend is involved? Yes, she must be helping him. She would know more. Do you know anything else? I suspected Lily would tell him of the impending rite if she found out. But I never expected they would have the gall to break into the repository. Reporting him to Gregor and the Templars will accomplish nothing beyond what's already planned. If the Circle must punish one of its own, I will see the Chantry done the same courtesy. Lily will not walk free while my apprentice suffers. She is also breaking every vow she ever took. If we mention her involvement, the Chantry will say that she was framed. No, she must be caught in the act. Jowan will become tranquil, but Lily must also face the consequences of her actions. With solid proof of their...